everyone, and welcome to a Choco's World. Before we get into things, a couple of things. This is a vanilla hardcore 114.4 let's play kind of thing, where I'm going to be playing on the hardcore mode. So if I die, that's it. It's going to be in single player, no one else, just me. And this is something I'm kind of doing more so like in the interim. Although if it's really popular, I suppose we'll keep on going. Although I'm kind of skeptical about that. But either way, let me know if you guys enjoy it. This is very important because I'm still trying to find exactly what my footing will be on the channel for right now. Also, this is going to be something where I'm going to, for those of you watching on YouTube, I'm hopefully going to be able to like choose like memorable or notable moments that are quite important, whether they're funny or just kind of more technical in nature and useful. And we'll see. We'll go ahead and go from there, and we're going to explore the 114.4 mechanics because I'm not satisfied. I want to know. I want to know all the things. Also, I know some of you are going to probably be like, oh, we want face cam. I'm actually going to leave face cam out of this series because I'm going to be playing this, in theory, for quite a bit of time. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and check me out on Twitter. Or actually, I guess there's no, I mean, if you're wanting to check it right now, go to Twitch. And there should be a link down in the description below. But just see if I'm online. What I'm hoping to do, and the reason why I'm doing this partially as well, is I want to have something I can stream for longer periods of time, and then also be able to upload something interesting onto YouTube. And I'm hoping that this is a good blend of activity. I'm trying to like kind of expand my horizons a little bit and see if I can get this to all work out. But let me know how you feel about it. Anyways, let's get on with the whole thing. So first off, we're going to go ahead and we're going to be making this world together, so you can make sure there's no like weird tricks or anything like that. But we're going to turn on hardcore mode. We're not going to do anything weird with this. Although I will be sharing with you guys what the world seed is. Also, a couple of things about what we're going to be doing right off the rip. I need to pretty much immediately look for where we are in terms of our spawn chunks, right? I've never taken advantage of spawn chunks. I want to try it at least once. I've done this in the... Oh, you're kidding me! This is where I spawned. Ooh, I'm really close to the chunk border, but I think that'll be okay. Okay. Don't panic, but there is a village right there. Okay, hold on. I need to make note. Wow! That's incredible! Okay, so our spawn chunk, or well, I guess our spawn point really is what I should be saying, is, I'm going to list that as -91 and 209. Cool beans. All right, so we're going to go ahead and leave that noted here. And what we're going to be doing is, so my understanding, and this is like a really scuffed understanding because I just kind of read it really quickly, but my understanding is that this is a 23 by 23 area in terms of chunks, right? But this is a 23 by 23 chunk area that's all loaded, which is amazing. It's phenomenally large. And then from on top of that, it's also going to be so the outer, I guess, rim of the whole thing is going to end up being lazy chunks where certain entities and stuff don't really do anything, which effectively makes it go down to about 19 chunks. So it's a 2 chunk, I guess, outer perimeter. It's a 2 chunk area on the outside of the circle, square, the outside of the square that can't be done. This is a terrible explanation. So I'm in a chunk right now. I can go, so starting from where I am, I should be able to go 9 in any direction, right? And make a square out of that. That's what's always actively loaded. 2 past, oh no. 2 past that is going to end up being... That's not a good sign. 2 past that is going to be lazy chunks. And those things don't process entities and stuff properly, is my understanding. But you can do other things, such as you can run like redstone machines and stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure what the consequence will be, but oh no. Okay, so we got sheep. Wow, this is like actually like an incredible. This is like the ideal spawn point. If you guys are looking to make a new world and you're like, I want a really nice starter pack area, this is pretty good. This is actually pretty incredible because you start off right away with a village, which in and of itself isn't necessarily the most important thing, but a village right off the rip near a place with like good trees and like, it looks like we're plains, right? Yeah, plains. Yeah. So we're in plains, sheep, village. It's a pretty generously sized one as well. So that's pretty awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is like a little fun factoid. Until already had mentioned it. I had actually never seen a nitwit in anything really until just like not too long ago when you already showed me it, and I can't believe that they exist. I actually legitimately thought like they just weren't really a thing. Like you'd have to be like super unlucky in order to get that to happen. But hey, you know, that's sometimes you just gotta be dumb. Sometimes people be dumb. Sometimes I am the dumb. All right, let's see here. Wow, it has like a blacksmith and everything though. We got really lucky on this roll, and it's like not on top of a ravine, which is pretty pog. Okay, we just totally just stole from this poor villager's home. That's pretty unfortunate. Yeah, so this is the one that we already checked, right? I have very little brain capacity. All right, well, anyways, so my first objective here is, I guess, well, okay, my very, very first objective is I'm going to need to make sure that at least 2 of these villagers are in a protected area, because it's okay if we lose the existing ones, especially the nitwit, because no one really cares about the nitwit, but we're going to need to make sure that we keep them in a safe area, and then after we get them into a safe area, then I'm going to go ahead and probably start marking out my like domain, right? Ooh, we even got an iron golem. Pog. All right, sweet. Okay, so anyways, good deal. I'm going to go ahead and get started on this, and I'll be back to you after we're done getting kind of our villagers all squared away. Also, because I am the big dumb, I forgot to actually show you guys what the seed is. There you go. It's a ridiculous string of numbers. But there you go. I just finished wiping out most of the beds and stuff, but I just wanted to really quick, before I forget, to give you guys a world seed. But anyways, onwards. Okay, so I'm doing my first little sleepy sleep, and we have locked away 2 villagers, and literally just 2. No one else seemed too keen on taking up any of the beds inside of that residence, but that house is going to be the house that hopefully we have absolutely zero reason to believe that anything will spawn in there and murder them all. If it does go wrong, it's okay. It's not obviously optimal, but you know, we can recover from that. That should be fine. But before, you know, I was like, hey, we're gonna mark our territory and all that stuff. I have no tools, so we're gonna start off with getting some tools. And yeah, I'm gonna go mine some. Well, not mine. I guess wood chop, lumberjack. I'm gonna go lumberjack some wood, and then yeah, I'm gonna get some wood tools going here. And then I'm going to go ahead and get myself up to stone tools. And then I think we're going to start mining out the area here. So yeah, anyways, I'll be back after we got some basic tools and we're ready to go on a mining expedition. Okay, so we didn't manage to quite knock out everything in terms of the houses, but we knocked out a good portion of them. We still have, of course, our big old house over here. The baby has now grown up into an adult, and so we have 2 adult villagers that are hanging out inside of here. I don't think I can... there you go. You can see them right there. But, anywho, so right now, the consensus seemed to have been kind of like a very light consensus, but a consensus nonetheless. But basically, everyone seems to be thinking that, hey, you know what we're going to do? Let's go ahead and before we go mining and stuff, let's actually start getting into a proper set of kind of tools and gear and such, because it is hardcore mode and you kind of run that risk. I know a lot of people that play hardcore mode are very like adventurous and like wild, and they'll be like, we're gonna go in naked and I'm gonna go fight all the things with my bare hands. I am not. I'm more methodical, I would like to say, like, hopefully in a good way. But what my current game plan is that I'm gonna go ahead and gather up the things I need for a good old-fashioned fletching table. And then with the fletching table, what I'm hoping to achieve, of course, is I can hopefully be able to get myself change one of the villagers in that village to a proper fletcher. And then the fletcher should be able to provide for us what we need in terms of getting our basic emerald economy going, because this is like, there's like regular Minecraft progression, which is just like, you know, you go out there, you get some basic stuff, you start mining downwards, go get your iron and go do all this crazy nonsense. For us, what we do is, my progression typically is like, I'm gonna now go and get my villagers running, have my villagers do all the things. That's kind of how it usually pans out. But we're going to go ahead, and I think we actually have enough. So let's go and take all this stuff back to our kind of village base camp here. And let's see if we can make a fletching table. And if we are good about it, I think we have enough. I'm a little confused. So I don't know a whole lot of these recipes off the top of my head, especially the newer ones. but let's be honest, I don't remember the older ones a lot of the time as well. But we're going to go ahead and sort this one out real quick. And I'm just going to turn in... Wait, where am I going? Okay, so I'm going to turn in these materials, hopefully, into a fletching table. Sweet. Ah, okay. That makes way more sense now. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this bad boy. I'm going to leave it right behind our main house. And then, okay, there we go. We got a Fletcher. And then I'm going to go and change all these into sticks. Now, you might be like, oh, man, Choco's about to make some mad bank. I'm actually going to make almost nothing off this. But the important thing... Hey, and M40 is giving two tier 1 subs to the channel, Fried Turnip and Katie Cat. Congratulations. If you're around and you would like to thank Emporius for the generous gift, appreciate that. And of course, Emporius, thank you very much for the generous gifted subs. Keeps us going on the channel, fam. Also, think about starting a Patreon. Unrelated note, but that's also something that's floating around. But we will see. Oh, and let me turn off Lightmatica for right now because it's not something that's terribly important to me at the moment. All right, but yeah, let's go ahead and I've lost my Fletcher. I've utterly and completely lost the one villager I kind of wanted to keep track of. Not great. No. So this is their meeting point, right? Because they meet at the bell. But this is not really what I wanted here. Okay, so let me go ahead. We're going to sleep away the night. I really do need to find this Fletcher. And let's get some basic emeralds going. I think we're going to prioritize our tools more so than our armor. So let me go ahead and... Because we have an iron sword. I'm fairly confident. I want to say that we're pretty confident in our ability to get ourselves out of a situation with just basic stuff, even on a harder difficulty. I just can't take 50,000 people trying to murder me. But let's see. I want to say that we should be able to just go for the toolsmith. Jeez Louise. Okay, so I think it's this. All right, so for us to get a tool boy, the one that we're specifically looking for is the toolsmith. And that's going to require the smithing table, which we did acquire. Oh, they're breeding more villagers. I don't know how you're going to do that without the beds, but yeah, they're just going to get progressively angrier and angrier about that. Here, let me swoop up that bed real quick. Where did my Fletcher go? Just up and leave? Where did he go? Question mark? Okay, I'm gonna go look for our Fletcher buddy. And I'll be back when either I find him or... Actually, you know what? No, hold on. This is a silly way about this. Hold on. I'm gonna... Forget this guy. If he doesn't want to show up to his own party, then that's not something I'm gonna deal with. So, hold on. We're gonna take our fletching table, and I'm just gonna take it off. And we're gonna put it back down. And someone else is going to become the Fletcher now. Because clearly the existing Fletcher was not really... They did not follow their life calling. Okay, there's our Fletcher boy. Okay, cool. And he's the wrong kind. Awesome. All right, let's try again. All right. Would you like to be a good Fletcher? Yes. Okay, cool. All right, so now he is locked into his profession, and I can get some emeralds going here. This is probably the easiest of the bunch to do. There's a number of these things that you could do in theory for if you were like, hey, you know, how do you recommend that I start off with villagers, Choco, if it's your first time using villagers or whatever the case may be. I personally like the Fletcher in 114. This Fletcher guy is pretty well rounded in terms of it's really simple to work with. You get some arrows and stuff like that, so you can use a bow if you're playing on a mode like hardcore where you want to keep your distance or whatever else. And sticks are easy to come by, right? You need a lot of them, but you do have a fairly easy time with them, I would like to say. So this is my recommendation for a starting one. Once you get the ability to unleash a villager or cure them basically so they get better trades, that's when things change a little bit. That's whenever it starts to become a little bit more ambiguous about well, what's the good one? because you can just cycle the same trade over and over and over again, which is the bookshelf. And so you buy a bookshelf, you break the bookshelf, and then you sell the resulting books. That one's pretty good. You could do one with a cleric and a librarian, I think. So the librarian will trade you the glass, and then you actually get the bottles, and then you sell the bottles back. That one requires, I think it's just the cleric that needs to be cured, but you can do some kind of cool things with that. There's a handful of other ones that are kind of like that. I still personally think that the best one will be, ooh, that's a yikers. How did you spawn? Where did you spawn? Okay, I'm not entirely sure where that guy came from, but okay, sure. But anyways, I want to go ahead and do this for a minute here. Also, let me get our smithing table out. And we're going to have to go ahead, put this bad boy down here. Who is our smithy? Our smithy does not exist. What is happening? Oh, there he goes. Okay, cool. So there he goes. Now this guy's going to be willing to trade us for some stuff. You know what? This is actually okay. I do need a shovel, so that works out. And sure, I'll take some stone axes off you. I suppose we'll take a bunch of shovels in preparation for whenever we have to go do when we have to go do our digging thing. Oof. Okay, so this is not really the best. So in terms of the toolsmith, whenever you're looking for the initial trades and stuff like that, oh, actually, no, wait, we're good. It's the next one. So this, right now, he's only able to roll these two. He'll always get this on the second thing of trades. The big one's going to end up being whenever he gets a journeyman. At that point, you get your first enchanted iron gear, and you can also trade flint to emeralds as a possibility. But you really want him at that point if you want to save yourself some effort to either roll iron stuff. If you want like a late game version, he does sell a diamond hoe. I don't really know like if that really helps you all that much, but I mean, I suppose. But anyways, I'm gonna take a while, and I'm gonna literally be like farming trees for a good bit here. But after we farm a good number of trees, and I'm pretty happy with that, actually I can go ahead and get axes from this guy because I will certainly be needing that. Wait, did you? No. Okay, he didn't get almost any experience, it felt like, from that. I don't know. All right, so anyways, I'm going to go ahead and chop down some trees, and we'll be back after we have gotten ourselves some basic tools and such. So it should be pretty good. So I'll be right back. And so the moment of truth arrived, and Choco did scroll down. Also, we did take an L here. We got the diamond for an emerald, which is a rip. We would have liked the diamond axe. But either way, we're not going to get hung up on that, because down below, the diamond pick was seen. And I don't have the emeralds for it, but you know what? That's okay. We want to know what the enchantments are. Let's hope that it got some good ones. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, cool. I'm down. That's actually not too bad. So 22, pretty nice discount here, which is great and everything. But this diamond pickaxe being an efficiency 2, unbreaking 2, that should be pretty nice for our mining expeditions here. Of course, it is getting ready to turn night, so this guy is not going to be able to trade again. But we also do have a power 2, unbreaking 2 off of the Fletcher. Again, we would have liked if the toolsmith was able to swing an axe. Well, not swing the axe, but if he was able to provide us an axe, but that's okay that he doesn't. A little bit of a bummer, but not too terribly bad. I have been chopping trees for a good while now, so we have this wide expanse of saplings that are going to totally spawn a whole bunch of mobs eventually, but that's a future Choco problem, and we're not going to really worry about that right now. So let's go ahead and just get this all squared away here. So let's go ahead and just... Oh, and also we took out, I think, maybe one house, maybe two. But I did that for a little bit there, and then we kind of never did it again. But, oh, and we have some diamond shovels, unbreaking ones. Nothing too wild or too crazy. But the important thing here is the diamond shovel, like, you're not really getting bottlenecked about, like, oh, man, had I only been able to dig the dirt faster. Like, it's nice, but it's not super duper important. So for what we're going to be doing right now is we're going to go ahead and say, okay, diamond shovel, as long as we have one diamond shovel. Okay, that was kind of all right. As long as we have one diamond shovel trade somewhere, that's perfectly acceptable. We don't really need to go much crazier than that. We also do have some efficiency 2 iron shovels. I'm pretty sure diamond is still superior, so I'm not going to really worry about it. In the first place, it doesn't take that long to dig anyway. But yeah, so we're in a pretty healthy spot. We have like a very basic economy. I put up some stone walls to make sure that, you know, number one, they're safe. Number two, we have some way, shape, or form to make sure that these guys don't wander out into oblivion. Because I still don't know what happened to that one set of villagers, but this should be a little bit easier for us to work with. Very cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hang out together here for a moment. Because I'm waiting until this Fletcher goes ahead and does his, he goes to his workbench, works, I guess the fletching table, works, gets his trades refreshed. That should be enough, or at least close to enough, and then maybe it's like 2 trades out. But we should be able to then take those emeralds and then get ourselves diamond pick, and then we can go mining. And then also as a side note for this, we can take the mined iron and stuff, and of course apply that forward and get some armor, and we can get some diamond armor going and stuff like that. The weapon truly doesn't matter all that much, especially on the like going right into it. So you don't need to really stress about that part of the equation, in my opinion. So when we go mining, we're realistically looking mainly for, above anything else, we're looking for iron, so we can get ourselves a healthy iron amount. So we're not going to go quite to diamond level, because I just don't have a particular need for a whole lot of diamond. I will eventually need to get some diamonds for the enchantment table, question mark. Do I need an enchantment table? Is that a lie? Wait, maybe I just lied. I don't think I need an enchantment table. No, I don't need an enchantment table. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we don't need an enchantment table. All right, let's go ahead, get our first diamond pick. Awesome. Have not dug into the ground yet, in terms of like I haven't gone mining or anything, but got my first diamond pick. Always a good feeling. All right. So, we now have ourselves a situation where we can go ahead and start working on some other things. The big thing here is, well, I guess we'll just YOLO it. I know that's not like a really great way to do things, but yeah, we'll just YOLO it. All right, so let's go ahead and, you know what? I'm feeling pretty wild today. I'm feeling like let's do something kind of cool. I know this isn't going to be like a really long-standing thing, but like this looks like a path that would lead somewhere, right? So let's go ahead and make this into what we're working with. I can, of course, say sayonara to that and that, because those make absolutely 0 sense for me to use. And I can use this instead. Ah, glorious. Glorious, glorious, glorious. We can dig now with some degree of speed and not have my tools break every 3 minutes. Excellent. All right, so let's go down. We do have a handful of torches, not like a bajillion of them, which is, of course, not optimal. But we're going to go ahead and dig down. I suppose we might as well... Yeah, I guess you have a chance of finding diamonds at 11 anyway, so... Yeah, let's go down to 11 and let's go mine there. I don't see why I wouldn't. I don't think iron is particularly more common at higher points. I'm sure I'm wrong about that. There's someone out there that just, like, died a little bit inside. It's like, Choco, what do you mean? Iron was prevalent between, like, y is equal to 20 and 30. It's like, oh, well. Unfortunately, sometimes you just don't have all the details. Sometimes the deets do evade you. I'm also doing a terrible job of mining a stairway. I'm doing a horrific job. My word. Hello, brain? Would you like to participate in today's activities? Good grief. My lord. I'm out here being a patot. All right, let's see. So, there's our first iron vein. For those of you who are watching on Twitch, feel free to put in your guesses for the iron vein. For those of you on YouTube, you can play along, but understand that there are going to be people in the comments that knew this far ahead of you, so there's no point in the comment section, but you can keep track for yourself for your personal satisfaction. Also, a reminder that we're not playing out of Minecraft, so no double drops. Not that we really had double drops. All right. Locked in. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A solid 8 vein for Twitch chat. That's going to be Kit Kat getting the correct answer. And for the coal, we're not going to really worry about the coal. I'm just going to go ahead and swoop these up here. Because coal always ends up being like this monstrous task of like, oh, whatever shall we end up getting the number of? And then I can't count, and then life gets very difficult. So we're just going to go ahead and mine these up. Okay, very nice. And we still have a lot to dig down. I'm always surprised by this. I don't know why I'm still surprised whenever this happens to me. But I never have quite understood, like, how high you are relative to, like, the bottom of the earth. Granted, it is the bottom of the earth. So, like, I suppose I should be a fair distance away. But this is something where I have always been quite fascinated. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and continue staring on down. And whenever we find anything of particular note, we'll be back. Iron vein number 2. What do you think lies behind this facade? Could it be a legendary 8 vein? Could it be the really lowly 1 vein? What could it possibly be? The drama, the suspense, oh, it kills me. Actually, I really hope it doesn't kill me because this is hardcore. So anyways, let's go ahead. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6. We got a sneaky one hiding in there. So 6 in. Very, very cool. And wow, no one on Twitch chat got it. All right, anyways, onward with mining. Iron vein 3, and I messed it up. I goofed. I mined one up, so I already took one out of the bunch, but here we go. We'll give it maybe about 5 seconds here for Twitch chat to catch up, and then we're going to slurp up all those goodies down there. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, locked in. Let's go. Proceeds to mine away. Oh, we got a spooky system. Okay, so got to be careful-ish here. Okay, so let me just go ahead and bar that off. Okay, we got a little lava thing going on here, so we should be okay. All right, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and now 4 vein right onto that. I forget which. Oh, and another one here. So let's do the combined of these two. I don't remember which iron vein number we're on, but let's go ahead and just combine these two. So how many do you think we'll get from this plus this? And we'll go into that. In the meantime, I'm going to sweep up these mushrooms. And yes, I am the person that goes in to a cave and then proceeds to take up the mushrooms, because that's like, it's just a good idea. Okay, getting mushrooms is just a good idea. And actually, tell you what, we're gonna live life a little bit dangerously. I know we're butt naked, but more iron, pog. Fun fact: if you ever wonder why the zombies sometimes don't get knocked back, it's an actual feature of Minecraft, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. But they actually explicitly made that a thing that was part of Minecraft, which I think is silly. All right, here we go. First, we're going to do the 2, and then we'll go ahead and do the 3 here. So let's go ahead and figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A perfect 8 vein, and then 9. Aha, it snuck around. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Another perfect 8. Wow, that's insane. All right, so it looks like if you're on Twitch chat, that's going to be the winner of a Looney. Congratulations. And then let's see for this 3, what we got going on here. We'll only wait for a short period of 5 seconds. So get your guesses in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeet. 1, 2, 3. That's all she wrote. 3. Unlucky. Looks like Kit Kat got that one. Kit Kat's on a bit of a roll. All right. Well, anyways, let's go ahead and continue on down. Down, down, down. The stair of stone. The stair of stone. We've reached Y11. Now, okay. I thought I heard something. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to mine out exactly 10 blocks from this point deep, and then we're going to stop there for right now. We have ourselves 38 iron to our name currently, which isn't a ton, but it should get us going for what we need to do for the immediate future. But we're going to go ahead and dig out 10. If we get anything, awesome. If I run into diamonds, I'm actually going to go ahead and not mine them because I don't have any fortune. So anyways, I'm hoping for iron. I'm hoping for redstone. I am not really hoping for lapis, really. And obviously emeralds don't make sense because I'm not in extreme hills or anything like that. So, yep, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I suppose we'll leave the coal behind as well. All right, looks like that's a big old goose egg, which is A-okay. All right, so we've gone ahead, made the beginnings of what would be our first ever mine shaft. Pretty cool. I mean, I guess not first ever, but the first mine shaft we've made on this particular world. So should be pretty darn great. We're going to go ahead, head up. I'm going to continue working on our villager economy a little bit. Yikes, that looks super dark out there. So we're just going to go ahead and do a little bit of a sleepy sleep. Okay, and bed you a mine. All right, so we're going to go ahead, go back up. I'm going to see what the status of our villagers are because I am not entirely sure if they've made it through the horrible, horrible night. The one, actually, wait, hold on. Is this like a big brain moment? What if I turn auto jump on? I mean, I guess it's simpler, but it didn't really help all that much. Did you all live? Wow, good job, guys. Oh. That's deeply concerning. Oh, that's also deeply concerning. All right, so objective now. And oh, that's a mistake. Okay. Okay, so the main objective now, besides me not dying to a creeper because I am buck naked, but the main objective now is I want to get myself an armor smith. And then with the armor smith, we should be able to get ourselves some nice old things of armor. And in addition to the armor, yikers, please know, you do some damage, but you don't do a ton of damage, to be honest. Ow. Okay. That wasn't like an invitation for you to like suddenly try to go ham taro on me. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a moment, build up our villager economy a little bit more. What are you? Ow. Dad, gummit. What? Why? Bro, you're literally on fire. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Okay, well, almost died to a skeleton. That would have been rough. Jeez, oh man. He was after me. Good grief. Okay, well, anywho. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and build up our economy. Ooh, I see a spider. Spiders are useful. I'm going to fight you and hopefully not regret it. Okay, cool. So we're going to go ahead now, take what we got, work on our economy a little bit more. I do need some armor of some sort. So we have a weaponsmith because we have a grindstone at the blacksmithy. I think a blast furnace is what we need for the armor. But anyways, it's going to take a while for us to get to where we need to be. So we'll be back after we get our armor up. And I think that's going to be a pretty good place to stop because we'll be kitted, ready to rock and roll for some real, like, proper exploring. And we'll be in a good place for us to embark on the next part of our journey, which is actually going to end up being something a little bit funny. We're going to be looking for blazes and stuff. But anyways, let me stop giving you, like, foreshadowing and, like, a glimpse to the future. Let's just go ahead and let's get back to it when we have armor. Okay, so we've been at this for a little bit now, and I've planted and chopped down tons and tons of tree. Don't worry though, responsible foresting. So we're gonna go ahead and cash in a little bit on our armor that we have got going on over here. Also, we have a wandering trader that came by. He is selling blue ice, but I don't think I can quite throw down for blue ice at the moment. But anyways, let's go ahead and take some of our emeralds, and we did unlock the first set of trades. Now you might be like, what about the rest of the armor, Choco? That will be coming in a little bit, hopefully. But for right now, this is what we can do. We have the next level, we'll get the rest of the diamond armor. But anyways, diamond leggings, cool. But here's the really cool one. I already took a peek, so I already know what's there. Take a look at these. Unbreaking 3, projectile protection 4, and depth strider 2. For being default boots, these are amazing default boots. Like absolutely incredible. So I'm pretty stoked for that. But all right, so we have quite a few to go. Obviously, we're not quite out of the woods yet, so we're gonna go ahead. Actually, I need to see something. So I guess an important note for those of you who are also doing this kind of thing. Um, Whenever you trade with villagers, right? Each item has a different kind of experience level, like experience that they give to the villager upon trading them. So it's kind of like this weird situation where you have to decide which one you want to trade. In this particular case, you would kind of think, well, at least I don't know if you all think this way, but for me, I was thinking to myself, well, it makes sense to me that for the armorer, right, that I would want to trade whatever's the highest one because the highest one should give the most experience. And in this particular case, it is true that this gives you, I think it's like 15 experience. Technically, if you give lava buckets or diamond, if this guy doesn't have them, but if you were to give those over, that's a little bit higher experience. But the thing that really gets me about this is it turns out that it's more effective for you to trade on like this, for example. If you go to the wiki, you can find all this information out for yourself as well. But basically, like if I get a chainmail chest plate, this is worth 10 experience to the villager. And so I can get 10. This is 15. I can trade this 10 or not 10 times, 12 times. I can trade this 3 times. And this gives me 15 experience for the diamond leggings. I'm way better off just doing this, right? And if you want to be a cheapskate, you can do it this way or whatever. For me, it's the same. I'm just going to be doing this one. But it's a weird little thing. Little tidbit, little tip for everyone that's doing villager stuff. Villagers are weird, man. But anyways, cool. Okay, all right. It's not the best you've ever seen, but it is good. And we do have enough, so awesome. We are now full diamond poggers. Let's go. And you know what? We're not doing the best in terms of enchantments, but it's not the worst. It's actually quite good. So I think overall we came out with a net positive on this. I think we came out with a pretty darn good set of gear, and we're ready to rock and roll. All right, so that's going to be it for this particular episode of Choco's World. I hope you all are enjoying. Again, it would really mean a lot to me if you guys let me know how you feel about this whole thing in the comments down below if you're watching on YouTube. If you are, of course, enjoying this as well, give me a thumbs up. Just like make sure that you let me know. It's easy for me to tell by the number of likes to dislikes. If you disliked it, make sure to hit thumbs down, and if I'll know, it's like, okay, they do not like this, and we're going to keep on keeping on and looking for something else. And of course, share with your friends and stuff like that. The more views and stuff that my videos get, obviously, means that there's more interest, so it means that there's a better chance that they stay on here. So if you enjoy, that's a good way to go about doing that. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you like notifications, you can hit the notification bell so you know when a video goes up. We are still going to be very much in experimental mode here, so please do be patient with me as I do experiment with different kinds of things on the channel, because I need to experiment with things on the channel. But yeah, so today, knocked out a good bit of progression here. I'm in full diamond. I got some diamond tools. I don't have a diamond weapon, but again, I'm not too stressed about that right now. We're going to go ahead and have ourselves a couple of things that we still need in terms of tools, right? Like I'm still over here whacking away with the freaking stone axe, which is not great. But eventually we'll get there when our economy will be a little bit more robust and we'll be able to get those diamond tools all knocked out, which will be pretty sweet. But we're not there just yet. Next time, what we're going to be hoping to do is we're going to be hoping to get ourselves some interesting things probably done in the nether. That said, I've run into a couple of things as we were doing just this kind of back and forth, chopping down trees, getting wood, turning them to sticks, and training them. The big problem I ran into was I have issues with food. I need some chomps. Also, there's a sort of a question that I'm going to end up having of, well, if I'm going to be doing this as kind of like a main thing, there will be some points whenever I'm AFK, right? Surely it would be like smart for me to use that time in some way. Granted, it's hardcore mode, so I don't know if I really want to be AFK all that much. But maybe something is really important there. Maybe there's something I have to look into. But we're going to go ahead and see. We'll see what ends up happening with everything. But hopefully there's nothing too terribly crazy that's going to occur to us. Hopefully it's pretty straightforward. But if I'm next time will either be like a pretty simple thing. Maybe we'll set up like an auto fishing thing. So we can use our AFK time effectively. Maybe we'll go ahead and do the nether thing. Or maybe we'll even just corral some of the animals, because we do have like pigs and cows and chickens and stuff all down the other side of this, I guess, hill. But yeah, should be pretty good. And when we get the blazes, that means, of course, that once we get the blaze rods, rather, we'll have the things that we need in order for us to be able to go ahead and make the brewing stand. Brewing stand, of course, is pretty useful because brewing stand means that we can go ahead and use that to get ourselves to where we need to be. For we can both cure villagers and we can brewing stand is curing villagers, but the blaze powder, is going to be what we use to be able to get ourselves the Eyes of Ender, so we can go ahead and find the end portal. We can go kill the dragon and all that good stuff, but more importantly, find ourselves an elytra. So that'll be the game plan. I don't think we're quite there yet. I'd imagine that the roadmap would look something like do this, have the ability to cure villagers, maybe a gold farm. I don't know, because golden apples are pretty handy, and just having gold in general is pretty nice. But probably something along those lines. I guess we could bypass food and just go straight to golden carrots with farmers, but we'll have to see. But anyways, the whole world's our oyster. We'll have to look into what we can do in the future, and we'll get to it. But thank you all very much for watching, and as always, and most importantly, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful and safe day, and until next time, ciao for now. Episode 1, Diamond Armor. In a single diamond mine. Whoop!